Jest ze mną trener Mike Taylor, trener reprezentacji Polski, który jest gościem kampu Marcina Gortata, treningu z Teleton Plus. Kilka pytań do trenera po angielsku. Nie będę tłumaczył, myślę, że wszyscy znają. Coach, first of all, I'd like to talk about your excitement, because I think there is no interview in which you won't mention that you are very excited about the team, very excited about your job. And I think that some fans consider you like a Mike Excited Taylor. What is all about with this excitement?
That's a great thing. Nothing in your life that is great, like a great accomplishment, can be done without enthusiasm. And I've got a natural passion for coaching, a passion for basketball. I'm excited about the process. I love the process of coaching. And when people ask me about different situations, how do you feel about EuroBasket? How do you feel about Poland? How do you feel about the Polish national team? The easiest way to communicate is I'm excited about it. I'm really got a lot of enthusiasm. I've got a lot of passion, and I'm really looking forward to the challenges at EuroBasket, the opportunities with the Polish national team, the chance to work with some of these great players and put together, like the opportunity to chase my dream, follow my dream. So the excitement is just nothing more than great enthusiasm, and if people want to associate me with lots of passion and enthusiasm, that's a great thing.
When I look back at previous coaches of national team like Igor Griszczuk, Ales Pipan, Dirk Bauerman, they were all great coaches, different coaches, but good coaches. But I think they didn't have such high level of enthusiasm like you did. And my question is, do you think that maybe it was a missing part for the national team to achieve great success?
First, I have a lot of respect for all the coaches that have been here before me. For example, I've coached against Dirk Bauerman in Germany, and he's an excellent coach, very successful, very accomplished. Ales Pipan as well. So I've got great respect for these guys. The key for a coach to me is to be himself. You've got to be who you are, because it's got to be authentic. You have to be, if you're a serious person, you've got to coach seriously. If you are a enthusiastic person, you've got to coach enthusiastically, because if you try to fake it, people see right through it. So my situation is, I have a passion for basketball. I'm naturally positive. I feel like I'm a pretty good communicator, and I get along with people well, and I think that is part of coaching, building those relationships. But I don't want to compare what we're doing now to what other people have done. I just want to be the best at what we do, to be the best at what I'm doing, and be the best version of myself as a head coach for the Polish national team this summer.
Is it very hard to make your players to be excited, or is it easy, or because you are excited? What about them?
I see, and I think you dig into a deep part of coaching. Coaching is, you're talking about the motivational aspects of coaching. How do you get your players to play hard? How do you get your team to really play with inspiration? I think the key is you build relationships. You support players. You're there for them. And, you build that team chemistry that everybody's in it for a common goal and a common vision. So, in terms of me being excited and me being, enthusiastic and working with a passion, that's part of it. But then the other real skill is being able to translate that excitement, that enthusiasm, that passion to your team. And every coach does it in a different way. I'm a very positive person. I'm a very positive motivator. And that's just how I've always been. So, again, I think it's important a coach is authentic and builds relationships with his players so that they can, get to that point of excitement and enthusiasm.
Let's talk about a little bit about a few particular players. First of all, Damian Kulik. We've had some rumors lately that maybe he will sign off for the team for this summer for EuroBasket. Have you talked to Damian lately? What's your comment on that rumors?
I've heard the rumors, but the last I've spoken with Damian was at his physical here in Warsaw. So I don't put any credibility into the rumors. I think that, people want to have something to talk about. Kulik is really excited about playing. He's got his new contract with the team in Turkey. He's ready to make the next steps, and he was such an important part of our team last year. He knows that the role will be very significant again this summer. Until we have direct communication from any player that says, hey, I'm not going to do this, or this is where I'm at with things, we're just going to move forward with, business as usual. So we're not putting any credibility into those rumors at this point, and we're really looking forward to Damian. He's already passed his physical. We're looking forward to him joining us training camp in Wałbrzych.
You made very important, brave and uncommon decision to remove Maciej Lampę from the team. It didn't happen with the previous coaches. Was it because, in your opinion, Lampę and Gortat cannot play together as the centers in the one team? You watched the team in Slovenia. You were assistant coach with Czech Republic. You played against Poland. So, was it the reason that Maciej Lampę is removed from the team?
There's a lot of things that go into it. The first thing is, as recent as last week, I had a really long, in-depth conversation with Maciej. So I feel like we have a very good understanding of each other. He's in a good place. He obviously doesn't like the decision, but we've got mutual respect. And I just expressed to him that I respect him tremendously as a player, all the accomplishments he's done and had in his career. He had another great year in Barcelona, and we'll see where he ends up. Another great place next season. But so there's been very good communication between us, and I have very big respect for him. I think his situation with the team just comes down to the chemistry and the transition of, let's say, one generation to the next. I think that the first thing is that other good coaches have really tried to get Maciej and Marcin Gortat to play together without success. And I don't think that it's necessarily the coaches that are at fault. And we don't want to just point fingers at one side of the circumstances. The people in the federation have much more experience, and people within the team, the players that have lived the experiences of those years. We've talked with a lot of them. We've had many discussions, hours of discussions about the situation. And at the end of the day, we want to build on what we've started last summer. It's not going to be a one-man show for Poland. Even though Marcin's in the team, we're building a team. We had great team play last year. We had great team defense. We were the best offensive team in the entire qualifications. To me, we want to build on that foundation. The parts with, let's say, Marcin and Maciej, both of those guys need to defend a five. So if we're going to keep, let's say, one of those two, if we kept both of them, then we prevent the opportunity of the next generation player like Przemek Karnowski from getting a big role in the team. So when we considered the chemistry experiences of the past, when we considered the generation transition from older players to the next generation players, we felt like that was the right decision to make. And again, I can't express enough the respect that I have for Maciej Lampę. A coach has to make strong decisions and has to make decisions for what he believes are the right reasons. And that's simply what's happened here. It's nothing personal. I've had great conversations with Maciej, and sometimes you have to make difficult decisions or situations that, individuals won't like. And obviously he wishes that he would be a part of things. But he's in the general roster so that, in case there's an emergency, who knows what can happen. We've not burned any bridges. We keep everything open, and we just move forward.
I will ask you about AJ Slaughter, but first I will ask you about Dardan Berisha, because he's one of my favorite players, which I have watched in Polish league. What do you like about Dardan? Why did you put him on the list?
So Dardan Berisha is an interesting player. I've only seen his games. The league he plays in is not like a big league, or let's say a well-known league, visible league. His games are not on the Synergy video stuff that I've kind of done a lot of research on this year, watching videos. So I've just Googled them on YouTube and watched them. I'm excited to bring him to training camp and just kind of get a feeling for who he is, what type of player he is. He's had a fantastic year. He's signed with a big new team. So things are going in a great direction for Dardan. I've got a lot of positive reports from Federation staff, the players, that he's got tremendous self-confidence. He's got tremendous offensive ability. And he's the type of guy that can really make a difference on a team. So when we heard all of these things, when I watched him, on some video clips and things like this, it was just like, hey, let's bring this guy to training camp and give him a shot and see where he is. Obviously, with the passport was a priority for us with AJ Slaughter. You've obviously got a guy like Koszykarz, you've got a guy like Skibneski who filled in really well for us last summer. So you consider those guys as point guards. And then I think that you consider some other guys, let's say a Ponika, a Chilinski, a Gruszewski, and, a Berisha. You consider those guys as a two, a wing, a combo guard.
Zwaczyński, Zamojski also on this position.
But I keep those guys more as three men, more as small forwards. So, but when you talk about Berisha, he'll have every opportunity to earn a spot on the team, and he'll have every opportunity to compete. And I think he's the type of guy that when you just turn him loose, that he could really make some things happen. So we'll see how it goes with training camp, and maybe he'll surprise some people.
Okay, AJ Slaughter, how big his role can be in the team? Because we consider him as a shooting point guard, let's say. How would you see him in the team, with Koszykarz or beside Koszykarz in the five?
Well, we've got to have all of our lineups ready. I think that obviously we've identified AJ as a top player to bring him into the Polish national team and work him through the passport process. I believe tremendously in AJ. I've had the opportunity to see him as an assistant with the Boston Celtics Summer League team in Orlando a couple years ago, 2013. AJ played for the Orlando Magic, and he played the point, and he scored 25 against us. And that was a team that had Phil Pressey, had Kelly Olynyk, and some of the top young players from the Celtics at the time. So, I've seen what he can do as a point. And I think if you compare the way he played in, let's say, Panathinaikos, where they have Diamantidis and some of these other dominant ball handlers, he played more off the ball. I think when you look at the way he played in France, then he played more with the ball. But I think the things that we considered important for him were the fact that he had the versatility to play the point. As he played the point, he's a scoring threat, which when you spread the floor and you put Marcin Gortat in pick and rolls, the defense must play real pick and roll defense. They can't go under. They have to guard him, which opens up Marcin, makes him a better post player, and makes the shooters around him better. So when you look at his specific skill set and the type of player he is as a point, he fits perfectly. And then when you look at his ability not only to play with the ball and play off the ball, so you can slide him next to Koszykarz, it gives us great versatility, and I think that he can be a really, really good fit for us. How big his role can be, obviously I go in with a plan that we want to try to build him up and build him into a great role, but it will not be at the expense of other players. This will be a team, and I think, for example, you're playing 5 games in 6 days, so you need to have several really good point guards, and I really am confident that AJ, and let's say a guy like Koszykarz or a guy like Skibneski or whoever else we would consider as that third, they would do a great job.
Coach, I think that we could talk for hours about tactics and players and games, but we don't have much time. So the last question about your personal situation. You're waiting for a big thing in your life, in your family life, for a child. Don't know if it will be a son or a daughter.
Yeah, as we know, we're expecting a boy, so we're really excited. My wife is back in Germany now with her mom and dad, and she's just kind of focused in. She'll have the baby there in Germany, in her hometown, and we're very excited. It's really a big summer for us on the floor with EuroBasket. Coaching in Germany for 9 years and working my way up. I've always dreamed about coaching in EuroBasket, and now this summer my dream comes true with the Polish national team, and I am really excited about it. And then you talk about off the floor with the arrival of our first son, our first baby. So we're really looking forward to a big summer and very thankful, and just trying to maximize the situation day by day, be the best we can be, coaching, be the best we can be with the checkups and taking care of in preparation for the arrival. So everything's in a good place, and I'm really hopeful we can make some great memories happen, this summer back in Germany and also in France for EuroBasket.
So good luck on the court, off the court, especially with your family. Maybe you want to say something for goodbye for our followers. Right
first thing, the Polish basketball fans. I've had a wonderful time here last year through the qualifications, and then through this entire year, focused to build up, work closely with the Federation people, and we're really excited. We believe in the product we're going to put out there on the court is going to be something that you can be proud of, and we're going to take the challenges head on starting September 5th, against Bosnia.
Thank you, Coach.